A company that is working with a specific technology which is called teleoperation, which means that with our technology you can drive and control different vehicles and machines from big distance. So we are removing the driver out of the car, out of the vehicle. We are putting the driver in office behind the steering wheel and a monitor like this, and he can drive this vehicle from big distance. When Norway Grants were announced, then we were looking for different partners, and we found through this Explorer platform, we found a company called Applied Autonomy. And with this project idea, we would basically remove the need for physical drivers, and we would replace those cars with the drivers with driverless vehicle, which would be semi-autonomous, semi-remotely controlled, and we would, in this way, with this new technology, guide the vehicles in the industrial park. So with help of Norway Grants, we have managed to take this idea from a PowerPoint idea to a real work in industrial park. And basically we have learned a lot from this project, and we have, in a way, we have built a prototype for new product and for new service.
All right, thanks a lot. So I saw this video actually first time yesterday, and then after discussion with Natalia, I said, okay, I need to make sure I don't wear the same shirt today as I did in the video. So my name is Jānis Upmanis. I'm CEO of a company called getUgo. There's a really long name for this project we did. We try to cover everything that we have done in the project in the most meaningful way, but in short, yes, we worked with a lot of different autonomous and semi-autonomous technologies, and we worked with a vehicle like this one exactly. So, first time when I heard about Norway Grants, I think was 2020, October, November. Then there was a really long kind of lead time until Leah and Norway Grants really made sure that they can announce the program. And as a startup, we had a lot of different ideas, what we could do, how we could do, but where do we find the partners, which ideas might be good or not good. And I remember it was summer 2021, I think, when we started to search for partners. And actually there was this Explorer program that I mentioned already before. And there we met, after several emails, several discussions, we met Rebecca, so the lady on the most right, from company Applied Autonomy, and they have been working a lot with different autonomy projects, implementing autonomous technology in different use cases. And they are often working as an umbrella organization. They are combining a lot of different technologies for specific use case and implementing then this as a kind of demonstrations or for physical, real like life periods. Through Rebecca, we actually met our other Norway partners. So in this project, we have two Norway partners. And this other partner is Herøya Industrial Park. And maybe that's where I will switch to next slide. So this is industrial park in Norway, which is, I tried to find the figures about the length of it or size of it. I couldn't really find it. What I realized is that when we did our demo recording, then uncut version of this just driving through the park was about 15 minutes, and we didn't get to the end of the park. So it was more than 15 minutes just driving through the park. On a daily basis, you have about 2,500 people in that park from different companies. And so this is the area where we are playing, testing, and demonstrating. Do I want to tell more about this slide? Well, about the idea. Well, so today in Herøya Industrial Park, every incoming truck is actually met and then guided by a regular vehicle with a driver inside, and then this driver drives in front and takes the truck to the right place where this truck needs to get. Is it the factory, warehouse, to load, unload, or whatever else. So the trucks are not going by themselves inside. And our idea of the project is that can we replace these regular vehicles with some kind of semi-autonomous vehicle so that we don't need to use the drivers, we don't need to use the passenger cars, and make it more efficient, especially Norway is a country where you have quite expensive labor costs. So that's the project idea. I see that I'm running a little bit out of time. So what we did was actually that, I'll switch next and back. So as you saw also in the previous video, we take the driver out of the car, out of the vehicle. He doesn't need to be even close to the vehicle. So in our case, we had our driver sitting in Riga, and the vehicle was driving around in Norway. And actually for us, this was the biggest distance ever covered in this kind of technology. And yeah, it was almost 900 kilometers that we counted in direct line. And maybe I'll just let the same video go again. So this is, yeah, my colleague is sitting in the Riga office, car is in Norway. And in this scenario, we took the control over from autonomous driving in case that, let's say, there's a roadblock or there's any other reason why the car cannot autonomously continue on the recorded route. And then this teleoperator is taking control and driving it manually. What we did here, actually, this is actual speed, and we were driving with the speed of approximately 35 kilometers per hour. And the latency, so the video latency, from the moment when my colleague sees something on his screen, from the moment when something appears in front of the car and until he sees that on his screen, the latency was about 120 milliseconds. And that is then, of course, the core of our technology. And then also a little bit about some of the activities and some of the fun or some of the troubles. This was the first day, quite rainy day when we got the car. It's not a car really, it's just a kind of machine, robotized machine. That's the first day when we got the vehicle in Heroi Industrial Park. Actually on the first day, as you will see in the next picture I think, on the first day we were put in a tunnel like open from both ends. And actually there was a lot of rain coming in, so the GPS of the car died, and then the guys had to fix it during the week because next week we had to do all the demonstrations. Afterwards we were put in some other places, and there was one sunny day, so that's this day. And also as the distance is quite large there, then this was the quickest way to walk to get around. Nevertheless, I think this was the week when I have walked the most in my entire, I was walking to the hotel, coming back from hotel for half an hour, and then just walking back and forth through the park all the time. And here we try to do some safety testing if the vehicle really stops when it detects the people in front of him. And it worked in all cases. So nobody was injured during these tests. Close up. Yes, so we did several demonstrations on the second week. These are 3 pictures of a lot of different groups who came by and for whom we did special demonstrations. There were some special organized meetings with different kind of associations, or either it's people from the industry park or people from this kind of business area, from this industry. There was great interest, quite some fun, and I guess I need to say thanks to Norway Grants for this opportunity. The project is finished as of end of February, and Liga is not here, but we're waiting for the approval of report, hopefully. And I think it's time for the questions.
Any questions, please? I believe you will receive some in a coffee break, maybe also. Thank you.
Thank you.